Amandla phambili ukubuyisela umhlaba kubantu phambili. Mawubuye umhlaba wethu mawubuye. Amandla singahlala phansi. Kulabo abebecabanga ukuthi angikho mhle Inkosi Mkhwanazi ungenze ngaba mhle nokudlula. Uchilo wathi Mongameli ngizofuna ukuthi mawubeka intetho yakho ungakhumuli lesimbatho esikunike sona, so ngizoba mhle nokudlula ke ukuya phambili. Yabonga Nkosi ukuthi ungibeke esikhaleni esingaphezulu. Program Director Nkosi Mkhwanazi namanye amakhosi akhona lapha phakathi kwethu, ministers and deputy ministers present, our MECs of the provincial government in KwaZulu-Natal led by Unumzane Usihle Zikalala, our mayors who are present here, no executive mayor wethu lapha eMhlathuze municipality, bingelele nabafundisi abakhona lapha phakathi kwethu, kakhulu ngibingelele uPastor Collins Dlomo noMampostoli Dlomo. Distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen, ilanga elibaluleke kakhulu kithi sonke abantu balapha kule region yethu yeMusadladla nakulo masipala wethu. Kodwa futhi ilanga elibaluleke kakhulu kumzansi wonke walapha eSouth Africa. Inkulumo yami ngoba bakhona abanye la eSouth Africa ababukele lenkulumo lento esiyenzayo lapha, ngizofaka nesilungu ukuthi nabo bakwazi ukulandela ukuthi senzani lapha namhlanje. Today is an important day for the people of our country because we are returning land to our people, but more particularly to the people of this area where we are. But as we are returning this land, we need to ask ourselves, how did we come here? How did we come to be here? This process of returning land to our people started in 1912. In 1912, abefundisi, namakhosi, nabanye abantu ababefundile baye bahlangana eMangaung ngo-1912. The real reason why they got together was to form an organization which they called the African National Congress. And they formed the ANC to fight for the return of the land to our people. Land had been dispossessed from their hands and they wanted it to be returned. So the process of returning land started then. It carried on for years as they were pleading and begging and sending deputations to London, to the British royalty, and nothing was achieved. In 1955, they drafted the Freedom Charter. And as they drafted the Freedom Charter, they inserted a clause that deals with land and said that the land shall be shared amongst those who work it, so that there should not be famine and that there should be food for all. The ANC, having been unbanned and getting ready for government, drafted a document that said ready to govern. And in that document, they also dealt with the land question and what should happen to the land. Thereafter, the ANC held a number of conferences that always spoke about the return of the land to the people of our country. The ANC got into government and made sure that we had a clause in our constitution that addresses the land question, but also started passing laws and embarking on programs that would ensure that land is returned. As the process was moving slowly, a number of voices within the ANC started advocating for a speedier process to return the land. The ANC Youth League was the most vocal of these voices. They were the most vocal, and they insisted that land should be returned to the people of our country. And they are the ones who started with a campaign of the expropriation of land without compensation. The 54th conference of the ANC then took the matter up much more seriously and passed a resolution that deals precisely with the issue of land being returned to our people through a number of measures, and one of those being expropriation of land without compensation. Then in Good Friday, around the Good Friday period, I was invited to a church ceremony here. And as I concluded my input, Apostle Dlomo, who was the preaching minister at that church, then stood up and said, President, there is an issue that we want you to address of this area. The Mkhwanazis have lodged a claim. They lodged a claim for the return of their land. And this has taken forever. It has not happened over a number of years. It started to happen, but it did not come to a conclusion. And they tell us, Apostle Dlomo said, all that remains is for you to sign as the president. So we are asking you to sign now in this church service that the land will be given to the Mkhwanazis. And I said, oh, my dearest apostle, we don't work like that in government. Umapostoli wayecabanga ukuthi sebenza njengasesontweni ukuthi uyathandaza uNkulunkulu wase uzwa umthandazo wakho into uyithandayo bese iyenzakala. Ngathi hawu mpostoli akunginike isikhathi. Ngathi awunginike 6 months. Mawunganginika nje 6 months sizawubona ukuthi lento singakwazi ukuyilungisa siyiphethe na. When I got back to the office, immediately asked, what is happening with the land claim yakwaMkhwanazi? I directed it to Department of Yaga Minister Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, SABC DPME, Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation. ngathi nina nikwazi uku-evaluate yonke into ake nibheke le land claim ukuthi imephi na. Hayi ngempela uminister nabantu asebenza nabo bayibheke impela, because they are such an effective ministry, and because Minister Dlamini Zuma is such an effective minister, bayisebenza lento babuya beloku benginika ama report bathi no iyalunga ekugcineni weza uminister wathi president ilungile ke manje umhlaba lo singawubuyisela ezandleni zabantu bakwaMkhwanazi. And konke lokho sikusebenze ngasemthethweni. We processed it through our regulations, through the law, through the constitution, in the most orderly manner. And we found that, yes, the land can be handed back to our people here. The land can be given back to them by talking to all the people who owned the land, who are able, after consultation with them, to hand over the land to the people in this area. We then engaged the Department of Agriculture, Fishing and Forestry. Minister Senzeni Zokwana has already testified to that. The ministry Comrade Maite Nkwana Mashabane, your land reform and rural development also got involved. And so we had a combination of all these ministries talking to the people who own the land to make sure that this is done orderly and giving land back to our people. So namhlanje we are making history. We are celebrating today the return of the land to our people in this area. This is history in the making. And as we make history today, we are also commencing a rolling mass land distribution program in our country. We are going to be returning land in a massive way. Obviously, the Mkhwanazi land is the first. Abakwa Mkhwanazi, inu number one. Siyakuvuma lokho. You are the first, you are number one. Yes, there have been many others in the past, but now in this phase of returning land to the people of our country, you are number one. There are 25 or 27 others who we are going to return land to. And this is the restitution process. It's one of those categories that we have in our land reform program. Enye, yes, is to make sure that our people get land through redistribution. Enye is going to be the land that our people will get through a program of expropriation of land without compensation. Enye will involve, yes, expropriation of land with some measure of compensation. So we are going to utilize all these measures to make sure in earnest that we return land to our people. And today we are starting that process. Ngiyengathi uPastor uApostle Dlomo ukuthi he has lit a fire. Uyena owaqala le ndaba. He has lit a fire, and siyambonga ukuthi indeed he utilized abefundisi ungabadeleli wasebenzisa You know, i-platform yakhe, i-pulpit, wema epulpitini, engumfundisi ephelele. Kwangathi kukhuluma uNkulunkulu yena ngokwakhe. Wathi president sicela wenze lento wase wabasa umlilo. Sithi siyakubonga apostle ukuthi ubase lo mlilo. We have taken it up in earnestness. This is part of the implementation of the ANC's 54th conference resolution that said that we should hasten the pace of returning land to our people. We foresee that this celebration will cause quite huge hope to reverberate across all parts of our country to various communities who are awaiting the return of their land. To those communities we say, we will soon be celebrating with you as well. Today we are giving life and meaning to our Constitution and to our Freedom Charter. Since we last met during Easter this year, much has been done, and a number of concrete steps have been taken to ensure that indeed we do return land to our communities. We have taken steps to ensure that in giving full meaning to this, we establish an interministerial committee which is headed by the Deputy President. And as we proceed, this interministerial committee, which is supported by an advisory panel of a number of experts, one of whom comes from here in KZN and others from all other provinces. Some of them are professors at universities, some of them are farmers, some of them are lawyers, some of them are accountants, and some of them, yes, are people who have been dealing with the land issue for many, many years. So right now, our government is fully empowered to deal with this land question. And we are now going to move forward with speed, with greater determination, so that we can fully implement the land challenge that our country has faced over a number of years. And as we do this, as uhulumeni, we will admit that yes, over a number of years we've been rather slow, we've been rather tardy, and the process has been slowed down by a number of reasons. We admit that what we are doing today should have been done a number of years ago. But as they say, it's better late than never at all. So namhlanje, we start this wonderful process. So government is going to be handing over the title deeds of both the and the land that has just been restored. We firmly believe that the people should have the deeds to own their own land. The Mkhwanazi land is a place we are now righting the wrongs of the past. Owners. He sees the Mkhwanazi, which owned this land, which was taken away from them. And Inkosi Mkhwanazi, before sifika lapha eholweni, uye wangisa lapho wangibonisa khona lo mhlaba. Umhlaba omuhle ngempela, 4,000 and more hectares of it. Beautiful land. Kuneyihlahla. And this land, which rightfully belonged to the Mkhwanazi people, had been taken away from them. And today, their dignity they know that this is their land. They were robbed of their dignity. Their identity was torn into shreds, and their basic humanity was trampled down. It's restoring that dignity and reviving that identity. And today, abantu Mkhwanazi, they can walk around with great pride, knowing that yes, ngabantu ngempela ngoba banomhlaba wabo, and that is important for us. Now, the concept that will be developed through piloting the Mkhwanazi land claim settlement will be rolled out to other land claims across a number of sectors as well as industries. This is the first of a number of land claims that we aim to unlock over the next few months. It is therefore a great honor and a privilege for me to be here today to mark the restitution of this land to the Mkhwanazi community. What we are doing today is a beacon of hope for communities who may over time have grown despondent, and communities that may have become very impatient as they await the realization of their fundamental human right. This handover of 4,586 hectares of land comes at a time when the attention of our nation is focused on the effort to correct the original sin of land dispossession. As government, we are intensifying implementation of our land reform and restitution programs so that South Africans such as the Mkhwanazi residents can leverage land for the betterment of their own life and grow the economy. It is our firm belief that communities must take great interest in their land restitution process and be active participants in all the enterprises and activities taking place in their land. Uyabona lo mhlaba esubuyisele ezandleni zabakwaMkhwanazi, umhlaba osebenzayo unomnotho. Akusuumhlaba nje ongasebenzi. Sifuna ke ukuthi abantu balapha babe nomdla, babukele kahle ukuthi lo mhlaba singawusebenzisa kanjani na. Khona manje unamahlathi njengoba uMEC Zikalala was saying, into ebalulekile leyo ngoba kune economy kulomhlaba. Le economy i-benefits zaleyo economy zizawungena ezandleni zabantu balapha kwaMkhwanazi. Ayizongena esikhwameni somuntu oyedwa, sizawungena ukuthi usebenzele umphakathi wonke. This community can be exemplary. Recipients of land through the active participation in the administration of funds that are received through the Palane Trust. Now, I was told about the Palane Trust. Ukuthi isizwe sakaMkhwanazi kahle kahle saqalwa oPhalane, and namhlanje we are highlighting the importance of the origins of the Mkhwanazi people. Ukuthi we are recognizing uPhalane, and through the trust we are going to use this trust to good effect and make sure that it benefits all. The Mkhwanazi land recipients through the Palane Trust currently own sugarcane enterprises and the Forestry Inn Hotel that operate on behalf of the community, and we encourage this type of entrepreneurship. We admire the financial knowledge that has been shown by claimants in 2011 who developed 2 disbursement models for funds that were received from rental income. They acknowledge that funds can be used for both individual as well as community development projects. In addition to this, the community development projects require that there must be extensive consultation and accountability in terms of funds spent on these projects. It is important that you know how your money is spent. Bantu bakithi, kwezinye indawo la umhlaba ubuyiselwa ezandleni zabantu bakithi, izinto zinokungahambi kahle ngoba uma kunemali kulapho abantu balwa khona. Lapha ke sifuna ukuthi nina into enhle ukuthi inkosi yethu Mkhwanazi uyazazi lezi zinto zeimali and futhi kune trust eqhutshwa kahle. Sifuna ukuthi nibe yi-example enhle yokubonisa ukuthi when we return land to our people through a trust, that trust will be used, yes, to empower the individual beneficiaries of the area, household by household, but at the same time, it must lead to the development of the whole community. The whole community without exception. Sizawufuna nokuthanda ukuthi lapha ngoba lo mhlaba unemali engenayo. Kune economy esibonayo, kunama business esiwabonayo. Sizawufuna ukuthi imali yalawo ma business mayingene esikhwameni isebenzele umphakathi. Bonke abantu bazi ukuthi le mali iyaphi iphelelaphi futhi. Lokho siyakucela ngoba asifuni ukuthi kube namahemuhemu kuhlalwe kukhulunywa emakhoneni ukuthi lo udle imali, lo usebenzisa imali for yena yedwa, lo utshontshe imali, lo uthathe imali wayinika banibani. Sifuna le mali ezongena, it must be used transparently. Inkosi Mkhwanazi uzosihola kahle, na labo abakutrust bazawusihola kahle. I would like to see this as the real shining example of how we return land to the hands of our people. Sicela lapho ke ukuthi ningasiphoci njengoba ushilo Nkosi yami, ningaphoci isizwe sethu sonke sala eSouth Africa. Let us use this for true empowerment for our people.
That was President Cyril Ramaphosa, who spoke at a land claims handover. He spoke to the Mkhwanazi community at KwaDlangezwa University of Zululand. We will bring you more on the story, but let's take a short break now.
Every day and during every hour of our time, beyond sleep, the demons embedded in our society that stalk us at every minute seem always to beckon each one of us towards a realizable dream and nightmare. With every passing second, they advise with rhythmic and hypnotic regularity, get rich get rich, get rich.
If the king will be involved in looting community money from a society bank, it's
all of us there in the NEC have our smallanyana skeletons, and we don't want to take out all skeletons out, because they will be, or hell will break loose.
So that from the land that has been transferred to the Mkhwanazi community. This will deliver ongoing benefits to all the people living in this area. These post-settlement support packages are designed to ensure that beneficiary communities, such as the Mkhwanazi community, build on existing presence and participation in the sector and shift from subsistence to commercial participants of and we therefore encourage you all to keep engaging with government. Singuhulumeni nje ningasiyeki athi nisi engage dingeka on and on will do so because Tina, we want full development in this area so that we can give you the support that you need. We also encourage companies specifically, we commend the companies such as Siyaqhubeka Forest Pty Limited and have lease agreements on the Mkhwanazi land and who will provide bursaries bashilo ukuthi bazanika lapha aba
Every day and during every hour of our time beyond sleep, the demons embedded in our society that stalk us at every minute seem always to beckon each one of us towards a realizable dream and nightmare. With every passing second, they advise with rhythmic and hypnotic regularity, get rich, get rich, get rich.
if the king will be involved in looting community money from a society bank, it's so shameful.
These people must sell their properties to give back the money. They are done auditing, so they must give back the money. Whoever took it must pay back. It is painful to wash clothes here.
We pride ourselves on being impartial as well as independent. On the agenda, we basically break down the stories of the day.
Give the viewer the assurance that we will cover every side of the story.
Tear gas has now been also thrown at the protesters. We are peacefully marching and the police is stopping the people. They're hitting the people. We are spraying the people with pepper spray. These people are supposed to protect us, but they are against us.
We are pushing them back by using the rubber bullets because we cannot allow them to block the roads and damage other people's property.
Quite important to bring on board all sides and hear what everybody has to say about the story, especially being the public broadcaster.
All in all, we basically take the news agenda of the day forward.
Hello and welcome to the Full View here on SABC News. It's great to have you with us.
You're not answering what I'm asking.
I'm saying to you, none of the commitments were ever met.
No, that's not true.
None of them were ever met.
That is not true. No.
The Mkhwanazi Trust was not an act of the national government.
Is somebody suggesting that the one who happens to have a white skin should be subject to expropriation without compensation?
But again, I put it to you that has not been conclusively decided. That's what this whole process, which you are a part of, in making your submissions, will decide. We don't know what the final beast will look like. And until we do, all you're doing is fear-mongering.
No.
Welcome back. For those of you who've just joined us, this is SA Today.